everybody and anybody can get a distinction in their master's degree. Because if I can get a distinction, I'm telling you, you are capable of getting it. Quick disclaimer, I'm not smart.
Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Winnie Dog, back with another video. Yay! So in today's
I'll
video,
be telling you guys all the teas. Get your cup of tea to be able to get this tea that I will be in this video. I'll be sharing things that I did that I believe helped me get a distinction in my master's degree that I recently completed. First things first, if you're new here, hello, welcome. It is nice to have you. If you see my face for the first time, hi. Definitely click on the subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, and stay tuned. Anyways, like I was saying, right, this video is just going to be everything I believe helped me get a distinction in my master's degree, and I think you should apply it, and I believe you would be looking at getting a distinction as well by the grace of God. This is something that you definitely stay tuned and keep on watching. Disclaimer, I'm not smart. Like, before people start saying I beg distinction, I just want to graduate, I really think everybody and anybody can get a distinction in their master's degree. Because if with me, I can get a distinction, I'm telling you, you are capable of getting it. So don't just look at this video and say, I beg, sister, that's not what I'm looking for. I just want to graduate. And listen, you can make it. It's not too late. I am telling you, I give you chest, I'm giving you minds. Listen, I'll show you a video of me. I'll attach it to this video somewhere on the screen, where you guys will see when I was talking about me wanting a distinction. Well, to go and smash that presentation, because oh Lord, guys, pray for me. It's distinction. That's all I'm asking for. Distinction, nothing less but distinction in this dissertation, in the name of Jesus. Minimum effort, maximum results. That's the goal. On a serious note, now let's get right into the deets of how it happened. So you saw that I did a full-time job whilst doing my master's degree. Yes, I know you'd say, oh, but were you not on a student visa? Yes, I was on a student visa, and I was limited to working for just 20 hours. But at the time I came into the UK was when the lockdown had just hit. So health workers were in high demand. So the government had given a certain period of time for us to do as much hours as possible as far as is health worker job, like you're working as a healthcare worker. Like I said, I'm not one of the smartest people on earth, right? I'm that type of person that I need to read something at least like 5 times before it will enter my head, for it to retentive memory. Do you understand? Anybody can actually get a master's if you actually put your mind to it, and apply tips that I'll be sharing with you. So right from the beginning, I did not even want a distinction. I just wanted to pass, right? Because I was already stressed. By the first semester, I was doing a lot of crying than reading. Whenever I just remember I had an essay, I'll just start crying. I would just be like, who sent me this thing? It was so confusing. I was so lost most of the time. I didn't know what was going on in class. And most of your classmates would be people that have already been working. They were already working class people, so they're working in the same field. And they've just decided to come and up their degree to get promotion at work. And you, newbie, from nowhere, you're coming into this course. So it was a lot of, I was feeling intimidated, I was low, I was like, I didn't read this thing, no, they enter. So for me at that time, I was just like, I just want to graduate. Let me try just graduate and pass and just be going home by myself. Like, I don't even want stress, right? So imagine graduating with a distinction. Like, looking at myself at the first semester and looking at myself at the graduation, I'm like, whew, God did something. Now, like I was saying, hold God. Now, this is why I said it, because I got a revelation to aim for distinction. Even though I had done badly in my first semester, I didn't fail any course, but my grades were not giving distinction grades at all. They're not grades that you want to be using to count your enough follow. So for me, I was like, I just wanted to graduate and pass. And I got this inspiration during my dissertation semester that I should aim for a distinction. Whatever I ask God, God is going to give me. You don't know what His word said. I was like, really friend, this is you overbiting more than you can chew. You know that you did not really read in this semester. You did not even read throughout the other year. Look at your grade in the first semester. Do you want to compare it? You now want to be looking for distinction. Don't go and be pushing God's hand though. But I kept on having this strong leading that pray for a distinction and you will get a distinction. So I started saying it in faith though. I started praying, even though in my head I'm like, there's that part of you that kept, I will still be doing yimu. But I was just like, okay, let's shall be doing it, let's shall be doing it. So that is one thing that I felt like I had that access to God's to be able to speak to me and prompt me in that direction. So it was able to set my mindset ready for distinction that I don't know where it was going to come from. But I was just so positive and so ginger. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get a distinction. I'm going to get a distinction. And, you know, it happened. Next thing I'd say, right, aside from the mental readiness to get a distinction, you should put in the work. Now, as an international student or as an immigrant student or whatever you are, your school fees is not more, it's not akara money. It's a whole lot of money you pay. In pound sterling, the only currency that has a surname. Listen, you pay that amount of money and you're gonna play around. Excuse me, if you are not even ready for life. Listen, use your school fees. See, even if it's that you don't really want to read the book, just go to the library. That's the library that you pay for because it's part of your school fees. Go to that library and just sit down. Just sit down. Carry any book and be looking at the book. Use your school fees. Use your lecturers. Use your colleagues. Use the library. Every facility in that school. Make sure that you utilize it for your own benefit. Because you cannot go to that school and not use everything that is in your school. Harness the materials made available to you by the school. Trust me, they are super duper helpful. Like for my school, we had what we call the compass. It was there they had everything that had to do with your courses, the modules, and you know, sample works and assignments. So definitely go to your online resources, the website, modules, go through them. Use whatever material is made available to you, because one thing is sure, these teachers or these lecturers would never ask you something outside. They don't have that time. They have so many things that they are doing with their time. They will not be creating questions from the moon. It is usually what they've given to the previous sets. There's just going to be a few changes in topic, but trust me, it's the same structure. So basically all you need to do is go and look for previous people that have done these works in that particular semester and read their work. Now the materials that they provide for you to read, also read it, because those lecturers, they know what they are doing. The answers are hidden in those materials. That answer you're looking for, that you're cracking your brain, where will I find systematic review? How do I see an example? What do I know it should look like? What of qualitative, snowballing, all those things that you're cracking your brain about? Trust me, everything is inside those books. Take out your time, go to the online resources, breeze through. Like me, I didn't read all of them to understand it. I just breezed through. I went through, just scan through, see what they're looking for, see the idea they're trying to get out of me. And then I just put it, okay, this is what they expect to be seen in the essay. The conclusion part, this is the key points that they'll be looking for. Because when you're writing an exam, you want to make sure that you're writing, especially an essay, you want to make sure you're writing from the reader's perspective and not just from your own view, right? What is the reader expecting to see? What are they grading? What am I looking to put into this thing? So it is from that angle that you're able to write effectively in such a way that it pleases the eye of the lecturer that is marking your work. Like I said, my dissertation, I did it like 2 weeks. No, I didn't mention it earlier, but it took me 2 weeks to do my dissertation. This is dissertation that, if you know anything about masters in the UK, people use 6 months, 8 months to do dissertation. So in my head, Winifred, you're not serious. Like, you're not a serious individual. You say you want distinction. What sort of lifestyle are you living? Sorry, my Yoruba is fractured, but what sort of behavior is this, right? You're not being consistent, right? For me, I felt like I just went beast mode, right? I went to the school library. I was taking because I did a systematic review. So every single book in the library that had to do with systematic review, I want to bring them out. I'll just scan through the context and see what the context is about, see what is the content of that book is. If it looks like something that is aligning with what I want to read, I'll keep it aside. If it doesn't look, I'll take it and go and give it back. The ones that look, I'll carry everything, go through the pages. What does it say about writing a reference? What does it say about writing the introduction part? What does it say about my title? Like, I was just reading different materials. Like, I was just not even serious reading. Like, I was just scanning through and I was making notes while I was scanning. That's another thing. Make notes, because you think that, oh, I've seen this thing, I remember. No. Make notes. Even if it's on your phone at the point you don't have a book or pen, make notes about these things. Keep notes and keep the point where you get these notes, right? The website where you get it. When you write a note out, like, okay, Johnny is a boy. Where did you see Johnny is a boy? Is it on Google Scholar? Write it. What is the link? What's the particular article? Copy that link and attach it. Or write the name of the website you saw it. So that by the time you're going back to read it again, you know where you saw it. So you can reference it. Because another thing about the UK essay writing, or I think academic writing generally, is referencing. They are very big on referencing. So you make sure that everything you wrote, you reference it. I think the only part you don't reference as much is probably the abstract and the conclusion. Every other part you reference, Baje. You will reference. So these would help you, right? So use all of these things. Use your lecturers. Now, the way you can get access to your lecturers is by being interactive in class. If you're not interactive in class in the first place and you start sending them a message, I highly doubt that they will want to respond to you, because like, who are you? They don't really recognize you. There's no rapport. But like, if you've been able to interact in class, I'm not saying talk all the time in class, because me, I wasn't even the biggest talker or the biggest interactor, but whenever questions were asked in class, I would always, opt to answer it, signify that I probably have an idea, and I give my 2 cents about 1 or 2 topics, right? So teachers could see that effort, and some of them were able to, I was able to get access to some of them like that, because they had seen me in class, they recognized me, they know my name, right? And like I said, we started my own course during the pandemic, so it was online. Most people would put off their camera. I used to put on my camera too, but sometimes I will open it so that they will know me, they will know the name, the face behind the name. And then eventually when we got on campus, things were now much more easier. But what I'm saying is, make use of your school fees, use everything, interact in class, create group reading with some of your classmates that you feel like, okay, you guys align in a certain level. Create group page, because people will have information that you don't know, and if you guys are not really in talking terms, it will be awkward for them to just come and bring to you, hey guys, look, I have this information. Even though on the general group page we had people who would come and put resources and things that would help us with our essays, and questions are answered on the group page as well. But imagine having your own group of probably 3 or 4 or 5 people, and then those people get information. You guys are able to rub minds easily together, and you're able to work out what you're trying to do, and even glean from each other's essay. Like, okay, what's your own topic? What are you writing? What is your method of research? With your own method of research, okay, with your own method of research, this is my own method of research. Is your own making sense? Like, you're collaborating with them, right? You're not working alone. Trust me, this would ease the journey tremendously. I cannot explain to you. I'll be linking in the description box some links that helped me with my essay writing, in terms of plagiarism, in terms of paraphrasing, because you cannot write word for word what you're seeing in those articles on your essay. So these are things that really help. Listen guys, when I say I was not really feeling the course at the beginning, I was not feeling it. My grades at my first semester, they were a far cry from distinction. I cried more than I read for my first semester. So seeing myself at the final semester, which is the dissertation semester, and see how far I had come, regardless of me working full-time during that period, was crazy. So it is how you put your mind, first of all, what you set your mind for. If you set your mind that could it work, forget about it, it can't work for me, I don't have any hope, you will really not have hope. Secondly, if you feel like, I beg, let this school do and finish, this is not what I'm looking for, and you don't use what you have at your disposal, for example, asking questions to your lecturers, sending them emails, asking your colleagues questions, asking who has materials that can help you do this. By the time you are interacting with people, someone will just say, hey, it's true, sir, somebody told me about this thing that I've been using, have you tried it? There's one of my colleagues that gave me the plagiarism tool. I was just like, talking to him, I'm like, oh, I don't even know what my plagiarism is yet though, and it's almost deadline to submission. I was like, there's this tool that I use, it's very accurate, it's very close to what the school's own plagiarism checker is, and he shared this link with me, and it really helped me. At the end of the day, my plagiarism for my dissertation was about 12 or 15%, if I'm not mistaken. It was very, very low for a almost 2,000 words essay. That was very low. So, and this only happened, I could only get this information only because I was interacting with my colleagues and with my, you thought I was going to say read till daybreak, read 10 hours a day? No. These are the simple tricks that will just help you. Like I said, there are materials online on your school website. Go and look for it. Trust me, it's a repetition that is going to happen in your own semester. Nobody is creating any new thing from heaven. There are templates on that website that would help you. The topic is not the same, but rest assured, the structure is the same. So take those structures, take your own idea and merge them together, and then you'll see what you get. You'll definitely see that, yes, you're in the right track, because one thing about academic writing, you cannot just be writing anyhow. You have to reference your work. So that's why I say when you get materials online, or you get materials from a textbook, write where you got it from, write the year that book was written, and then later when you're putting your work together, you can now, what's it called, collate all this information and reference comments. So the last point would be sit down and do the work. If you have to take off time from work, take time off from work. You paid a lot of money. Anything worth doing is worth doing well. If you've already put in this much energy and this much money into it, why not follow it through? Like I said, it took me 2 weeks to complete my dissertation, something that should take me 8 weeks. So if you have already put your mind in this, like you've been reading and you've been hearing what your lecturers are saying, you already know. Writing is not the problem. Putting the words together is not the problem. The problem is the material. Collating those materials to be able to make sense for what you're trying to address. So finding a very interesting topic would also help you, because if it's something that is very common, at that time it was COVID and everybody was doing topics related to COVID. My topic was not anything related to COVID. It was something about maternal health and underdeveloped countries, right? So nothing about COVID in my work, right? So if you do something very refreshing, something that people are like, oh, nobody has really thought about this topic, and then you find a gap in that kind of topic and you begin to write about it, it will definitely command the attention of your audience. Because for your dissertation, you're going to do presentation, right? First of all, presentation, and then you submit the essay. So at least the presentation gives them an idea to what your essay is like. So by the time they are marking it, it will make sense. Like I said, create rapport with your lecturers. If your lecturers know you when they are marking, you can have an idea of whose work am I marking. Oh, when they are reading a sentence, they can imagine you saying that thing, and then they know where your headspace is when you are writing that thing, right? Aside from the structure you have to keep to, it's also the idea you are trying to portray, that the other person is getting what you're saying. Because when you're doing exams, you're not doing exam for yourself, you're doing exam for the other person that will be assessing your work, right? So you want to know what are they expecting to see. When he's reading my essay, what are the points he'll be looking at underlining? You want to think like the lecturer while you're writing these exams. And honestly, I don't want this video to be extremely long. It's already very long. I hope it was helpful. Like I said, I'll put links in the description box that would help you if you are new to masters, or if you're already writing your dissertation and you're confused. Definitely click on those links and they'll be super helpful. If you know anybody that needs this video, definitely share it to them, share it to your friends, loved ones. Just be sharing it to everybody. Like this video, please, God. I'm begging you people, I'm begging you in the name of God, please like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment down below if this video was helpful. Until the next time I see you guys again, stay fabulous. I love you. Bye.